Hey guys, Dan from World Mr. Grey, Dandalf the Grey. Great news! The Golden Boys of the Paranormal.
When we first started, the first 6 to 12 months, we were the golden children of the paranormal.
No, not you. Watcher, Shane Madej and Ryan McGarry have had an announcement. It's fantastic news, people. They are leaving YouTube. And they're opening up their own streaming service for $6.99 a month, or $69.99 or $59.99 a year. Fantastic news. All this stuff is going away from YouTube. Any future series will not be uploaded to YouTube. It's all going to go behind a paywalled streaming service. Fantastic news. What happened? What happened? I go away from YouTube for a couple of days just to relax, chill out. I come back. I look at YouTube this morning through blurry eyes. What's going on here then? Watcher are saying goodbye to YouTube, and there's been such a fantastic response to this video. We might go over a few things now, but I've been shouting from the bloody rafters of how much I love those two, the Ghoul Boys. They were on BuzzFeed Unsolved a couple of years ago. Paranormal stuff. They were always good. Shane Madej was the skeptic. I'm speaking about them like the past tense. Shane Madej is the skeptic. Ryan McGarry was the believer. And for years we were entertained by their paranormal investigation shenanigans. Ryan McGarry would scream and shout. Shane Madej would call him an idiot for doing so. It was always a lot of fun. You also had the mystery episodes about like true crime episodes and stuff like that. It was always a lot of fun. And then they left BuzzFeed Unsolved. And we thought, well, that's the end of watching BuzzFeed Unsolved then, unfortunately, because that's the only reason I watched them, and that's the only reason a lot of people watched BuzzFeed Unsolved. Then, fantastic news, about 2 years ago, they announced that they're opening their own YouTube channel called Watcher. Brilliant. This was the best news ever. The best news ever. They started out with Ghost Files. Ghost Files, always enjoyed. I even made some breakdown analysis videos about them about a year ago. I haven't done it for a while now. The Ghost Files episodes, I mean. And it was, again, it was a lot of fun. You know, the back and forth they have as two just mates having a good time and, you know, going on panel investigations was always a lot of fun. Same thing with the Mystery Files. Always a lot of fun. The production value had raised, which we'll get into. But it was always fun, and that's the only things I used to watch. That's the only things I watched on Watcher, was the Ghost Files and the Mystery Files. That's the only thing. The other stuff, it looked alright, but it wasn't for me. So one day ago, what happened? What happened? You see that thumbnail right there? I've seen that thumbnail so many times over the years. The Fine Bros, Rooster Teeth. I love Rooster Teeth. Its ending. It had its ups and downs over the years, but its ending, I'm a bit sad it's ending. Rooster Teeth I'm talking about now. I first discovered Rooster Teeth by downloading a weird little episode of something called RVB on LimeWire in 2008. That was when I first discovered Rooster Teeth, and that's how I absolutely loved watching them. Got me through some tough times when I split up with a girl who I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with. Rooster Teeth got me through some tough times, so I'm very sad they're ending. But they did the same thing a while ago now. They said, we're leaving YouTube. All our stuff is on our subscription service. But you could still watch some free stuff with ads. You know, so it wasn't hugely terrible, but whenever someone says, we're leaving YouTube, but you can pay our subscription service, they don't last long, Watcher. What happened, Watcher? What happened? So anyway, let's get into some details, right? I'm going to watch some stuff now. If I get copyrighted for any of this, then we truly know that we have been sent downhill, so.
To make money, to pay the bills, to run this office, to make beautiful content for all of you guys out there. Unfortunately, over time, the deals that we were getting in 2019, 2020 are looking a lot different than they are today. We're making something for two audiences. We're making it for the fans, all of you out there, and we're also making it to please the advertisers. It's difficult to make the stuff that we want to make and also then appeal to the advertisers as well?
It costs a certain amount to make content in the way that we do it. We try to put things on the screen that we feel adheres to a certain level of quality that you would find on, say,
I'll get to my
Netflix
points now.
or something like that. But in doing so, it does cost a certain amount. Like, for example, a Ghost Files episode. First, we have to travel to the location itself. We have to pay the location fee. We have to pay freelance staff that comes to help us shoot that when we're shooting in the studio. We have to pay for the studio to shoot the actual episode in. Then we have to pay for post. Before that, we also have to do the pre-production of the episode. And when you add that all up, we're talking about an end of a season that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not sitting here complaining that is the bed we've made. Everyone has different missions they're marching towards on YouTube. Ours was to make a television show.
Great news. Right, now, so basically, the stuff they make is costing too much for them to stay on YouTube because, I've never seen them get restricted by ads, but obviously maybe some of the stuff, because they swear a lot, maybe YouTube slaps them down a bit. Fair enough. But they do have a Patreon where they make almost $100,000 per month, right? It's not a small amount, that. And they're saying that their episodes now, like Ghost Files and all, cost a couple of $100,000 per episode. A couple of $100,000 per episode. And further in the video, we're not going to go over all the video, I'm just going to give you some of the points. Further in the video, they say we've gone from a team of 4 people up to 26 people. And obviously they have freelancers come in, they got big studio sets for each episode. And all the people working on it. Great. Fantastic.
Over time, you start to realize, like, hey, maybe television shows aren't meant for YouTube. Perhaps we should find a different place that's better suited to the content that we're making and can support the dollar amount that we're putting into each of these episodes so that we're not constantly running around trying to find sources of revenue to support the model.
If you put a lot of work into your videos, should you get paid for it? Yeah, of course. If you're putting a lot of money into something and people are absolutely loving it, should you gain some revenue or financial, comeback from that? Of course you should, but not at the expense of shitting on your fans. This is what has happened now, right? So basically, they're leaving YouTube. We're no longer putting up any of our stuff on YouTube. We're now going to this website where you can subscribe for $6.99 per month or $59.99 per year or something. And Stephen Lim. And this guy, Stephen Lim. Now, I've only ever seen him in a couple of videos, right? And I'm not going to shit on Stephen Lim. He's getting a shit ton of absolute hate online now because I didn't know this. And I've been a fan of these two blokes now for almost 5 years. I didn't know this. That guy is the CEO of Watcher. I had no idea. This is how much attention I paid to Watcher. Obviously, I wasn't as big a fan as I thought I was because I had no idea he was the CEO. Now, Ryan McGarry and Shane Madej, obviously they're the business owners, but they don't run their own channel. Now, I'm not saying that the Stephen Lim dude was the sole reason and sole person who came up with this idea. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. I think people are defending Ryan McGarry and Shane Madej a bit too much by saying, I'm sure they don't like this idea. It's all about the CEO. They are the business owners. If they didn't like the idea, they would have shut it down. That's a fact. That's a fact, unfortunately. And I'm a big fan of those two. Now, the problem is, they're like $6.99. That's not much per month. I mean, there is for a lot of people. I have a decent-ish job. I'm not always happy in that job, but I do it because I got bills to pay, and I have rent to pay. I struggle every single month to pay that bloody rent. I do pay it. I always pay it on time. I always make sure my bills and my rent are covered before anything. And then I sort of like, for the rest, because I get paid monthly, for the rest of the month, then I make sure to budget everything I have, and stuff like that. And before you look behind me and look, you got a Wally toy that costs thousands. It doesn't. I'm joking, but I budget every single month, and I try. There's channels I support. Obviously, I support, and I try my best. Even that $6.99, that's gonna cover something. And there's a lot of us who already have a streaming service, but that's for multiple movies and TV shows, not just one YouTube channel. Stephen Lim He says is it $5.99 or $6.99? I can't remember. $5.99 is not that much. I love it when someone says it's not that much. You can pay that. That's when you're pretty much out of touch with your fan base. And don't forget, it's your fan base who got you where you are today. It's the people who came from BuzzFeed Unsolved. It was the reason BuzzFeed Unsolved got millions upon millions of views on the paranormal videos because Shane Day and Ryan Bergara were in it. That's it. Nobody gave a shit about the production value. Everyone loved the blue text and the yellow text popping up and them talking. That's all we needed. We didn't need this high production value. But the reason we were there is for those two boys, not for the other people. And it's a hard thing to say anyway. It's one of the harsh truths we got to give out in this whole debacle is nobody cared about that other stuff being made. They only cared about what those two were making in the Mystery Files and Ghost Files. It's a fact. It's a fact. I'm sorry. It's a fact. This subscription service is going to have obviously Ghost Files, Mystery Files, and stuff this guy's in. And again, he might be I don't know him. He might be a nice bloke. He might be a very entertaining bloke. I have no idea. I've not watched any of his stuff. But my point is, I had no idea who he was until today, even though I'm a fan of these two. And I've seen him pop up in their videos now and again. I just thought he was their mate or something. That's all I thought. I had no idea he was the CEO. Even though he's getting a lot of shit right now. And he is the CEO at the end of the day. That's what it boils down to. But at the end of the day, they agreed to the decision. So you had some of the criticism, a lot of the criticism has to go to those two as well. It's just a fact. So I went to have a look at their subscription website just to see what's up there. So you got all the stuff which is previously on YouTube. Like, I have no idea what Dish Granted is. No idea what that is. I think I caught like 1 or 2 episodes of them gaming on YouTube. I don't know. It was fun, but I didn't watch it for that. All their old stuff. I don't know what that is. No idea what Homemade is. And there you go. That's the stuff everyone watched for. Mystery Files and Ghost Files. You go to the YouTube channel. Now, you look at the views of the channels, right? 1 million, almost a million, 1 million, million, 2 million, 2 million. And then you get to the stuff which isn't Ghost Files or Mystery Files. Barely 500,000. I mean, still a lot, by the way. A lot of views. 300,000 for food stuff. And you keep scrolling then, because obviously there are seasons of Ghost Files. You go back to Ghost Files. That's the debrief. That doesn't count. You go back to Ghost Files, 3.1 million. Food, barely half a million. Almost a million. That's the debrief. Ghost Files, 2.4 million. Something about food, 300,000. I mean, there's a pattern going on here. Look, all the Ghost Files stuff, 2 million, 3.1 million. And the stuff which isn't Ghost Files or Mystery Files barely hit the 200,000 or 300,000 mark. Still amazing views, but compared to what their other stuff was doing, there is a pattern that people watch it just for those two things. Mystery Files and Ghost Files. It's a fact. It's a fact. And you also watch it. And we also watch it because Shane Day and Ryan Bergara were just two funny dudes getting along and, reacting to each other in a situation, and that was always funny. And now it's behind a paywall. You will no longer be able to watch any of that stuff. You can still watch their older stuff on YouTube, I assume. I assume they're not going to shut down the YouTube channel. That would be a massive mistake. And I think their bumholes might be squeaking a bit now since the backlash they've had. Because although you can't see it, yes, I have disliked it, by the way. And fun fact about me, I never dislike videos. Even videos I don't like, I never dislike them. I never do. Because, I don't know, I'm just not, I don't know. But in this case, I did dislike the video because I think there should be a message sent across right now. But if you look at the likes to dislike ratio, now I don't have the software, unfortunately. There's 35,000 likes, 471,000 views, 1.4 million views, almost 1.5, okay? Number 23 trending on YouTube right now. But if you read the comments, and there isn't, by the way, there is not a single good comment in this entire video. Nobody liked this. But if you read the comments, there's people out there with software who will tell you that dislike button is roughly around the 175,000 area compared to the 35,000 likes. And you go to the comments and it's just, nobody likes this at all. At all. There's not a single positive comment about them no longer making YouTube videos and going behind a paywall. Now, they did say, somewhere in the video, they did say that they're still going to put some stuff up on YouTube, but I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. I mean, if it's just Ghost Files and Mystery Files, I'd be happy with that. You can put whatever else you want behind the paywall then. I think everyone would agree that that'd be the best possible situation to come from this, is if you're still going to put some stuff up on YouTube, but put the Ghost Files and Mystery Files, but it probably won't. I mean, the way they are in the video mind, because there's people in the comments saying, oh, they're still going to put stuff up. I don't think they are. Because the way the video goes is they are done with YouTube. Remember Paranormies? Paranormies haven't been around for 3 months. You go to their channel, everyone in the comments saying, I can't believe you ditched this for they because they had like a TV show deal or something with someone I've never heard of. I don't know. I'll never understand how someone will just basically shit on their fans. The people who got them where they are today, and that is a fact. When they're on BuzzFeed and Solved, they didn't have a TV show going. It was the fans who watched their videos, got them popular, got them the opportunity to make their own channel, got their channel to, it was at some point, to 3.1 million subscribers. Now it's dropped because they are obviously bleeding subs right now on the Watch channel. It's the fans who got them exactly where they were today, and it was give them the ability to make their grand studio sets, go to the places and do basically what they wanted. Now, one of the reasons is, the reason they're going behind the paywall is they don't make enough money on YouTube for their grand designs. Alright, that's fine, right? You put money into something, you would like some money to come back so you can be able to pay for stuff. That's totally fine, totally acceptable. And, you know, we wish it was that way for everything. A few people in the comments worked out going on their ad revenue, because, you know, some people, for a certain amount of subs, with a certain amount of sub views, you can work out roughly how much you get per month, counting up your Patreons, because they have a Patreon, which is something like $100,000 a month. And, you know, some people worked out roughly how much they were probably making per month. Now, this is a rough estimate, by the way. You know, this isn't fact of what they were making, but this is a rough estimate. Going on their Patreon, going on their view count, possible ad revenue compared to the sub count, the view count. Not counting merch sales, mind you, they have a lot of merch sales. They're roughly making about 200 to 300,000 per month. Like I said, that is a rough estimate. Could be lower, could be higher, who knows. But that is a rough estimate. Some people in the comments have worked out. Which is no small amount, by the way. But obviously they had these big productions. You know, they had to travel to places. They had to, like, obviously book places. They had to hire teams to film it. They had to build studio sets to film it. Fair enough. A lot of money goes into that stuff. But if a business model where you are putting more money into something and getting less back, you need to look, right, why is that? Maybe we shouldn't have these grand sets. Maybe we shouldn't hire as many people as we have. Do we need this amount to make a good episode and, you know, make an interesting, funny episode? 9 times out of 10, you don't need all the grand sets and grand designs and stuff. You just need good personalities, which they have. They do have that. Shame Day, Ryan Magara. They have good personalities. Like I said, you go back to the BuzzFeed days, it was just them in a room talking about like a true crime episode with nothing but text going up on screen and the odd prop behind them. That was it. And obviously they still travel to other places. And I don't know how many of them were filming those episodes, but, you know, you don't need a massive team and a massive production set to make a good episode or something. You just don't. So maybe that's a business model they should maybe look at before trying to charge their fans and stopping them from watching stuff for free. You know, not everyone can afford to pay, go behind the paywall, and I'm sure they'll get a lot of people sign up to their site. They probably already have, because it's 30% off at the moment if you sign up for the first month until 31st of May. I'm not advertising for them, I'm just saying, you know, they have a deal up right now. I never thought Watcher would go this way. I really didn't. And I can guarantee now they're in their office. If they have an office, I'm sure they do. You know, probably cost a lot. I guarantee now they're in their office trying to figure out, oh shit, what the hell have we done? Nobody liked this. Nobody liked this. I mean, this could be the end of Watcher. It won't happen overnight, but we have seen this with other companies. Like I said, Rooster Teeth was a big one. I was a big fan of Rooster Teeth. And they're ending now. And they put all this stuff away from YouTube behind a subscription service. And that was all she wrote, basically. I can't think of anyone who's successfully done what they are doing right now. People have tried by stopping, we're not uploading to YouTube anymore, go to our website and sign up. People have tried, and you don't hear from them anymore. Like I said, it's not an overnight thing. Some channels, it was an overnight thing, and they immediately came out, we're sorry, we made a mistake. We didn't read the room. I'm wondering if we're going to get one of those corporate responses from Watcher in the next couple of days, because, like I said, nobody liked this. Anyway, for those who are like probably in the comments saying, who the hell is Watcher? It was a fun channel. It was a very fun channel. Like I said, they came from BuzzFeed and solved the paranormal investigation stuff. It was always fun. Always fun. And they were one of the very small, tiny little paranormal investigation teams I would absolutely shout out every single time. Is this the end? I mean, for me it is, because I'm not going to sign up to the channel, so... And by the looks of it, for a lot of people, this is the end of Watcher. I do genuinely hope the risk works out for them and they're able to carry on doing what they do, and I do genuinely hope they do, for their sake. But as far as me and a couple of 100,000 bloody people, this is the end of Watcher, and it's very interesting. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough now. Thank you, Watcher, for all the stuff you have done over the last couple of years, and in BuzzFeed Unsolved. I've always enjoyed them, but this is where we part ways. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave something new to my channel. I do this quite often. Leave a comment down below. Was you a fan of Watcher? Do you think they're making the right move? Do you think that it's a risk that nobody is going to go ahead with? Or do you think there's going to be a corporate video coming out in a couple of days' time saying, we fucked up? Because I think they did. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.